Good morning, warriors. Please join me in the pledge to the Bible. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart that I might not sin against God. Join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're working through our catechism questions. We have talked about what the Ten Commandments are, to love and serve God and to love and serve our neighbor. And now we're going through what each commandment is. So we'll start with what is the first commandment, and the answer is the first commandment is you shall have no other gods before me. Let's try it. What is the first commandment? The first commandment. Yeah, so the answer is the first commandment is you shall have no other gods before me. Let's try it again. What is the first commandment? The first. The next question is, what does the first commandment teach you? And the answer is to worship the true God and Him only. So let's try that. What does the first commandment teach you? To worship. So we'll move on to what is the second commandment, and we're just going to do the first line, which is the summary of it. The second commandment is, you shall not make for yourself a carved image. So let's all repeat after me. The second commandment is, you shall not make for yourself a carved image. Let's put it all together. The second commandment is, you shall not make for yourself a carved image. Your turn. The second. The second commandment is, you shall not make for yourself a carved image. Let's put it all together. What is the second commandment? The second. You shall not make for yourself the carved image. Good. And then this is the week that we're talking about the virtue of honesty. So our sound off is, be a truth teller. So let's welcome up Mrs. Jenkins.
Good morning, boys and girls. So today we're going to talk about the last part and concept of honesty and what it truly entails. And I think it's really, really important for us to recognize that honesty isn't just the absence of outright falsehoods. So what that means is you might be thinking, well, Mrs. Jenkins, I've never told anybody that a wolf was attacking my farm, or I've never committed a crime, or I've never lied to a police officer and gone to jail. But what about something like this? I go home after school and I say, Dad, can I have a snack? And Dad says, oh, yeah, sure. So I have an apple, and I have a king-size Kit Kat. And then Mom comes into the kitchen and says, I'm going to be making dinner now. Did you have a snack? And I say, oh yeah, Mom, I had an apple. Well, I didn't really lie because I had an apple, right? But what did I leave out? What did I leave out? Yeah. So sometimes it doesn't have to be utter untruths. It doesn't have to be these big, big lies. Sometimes when we just withhold the complete truth, we're leaving room for misinterpretation. The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verses 16 through 17, we find this really important wisdom, and it sheds the light on what the Lord finds detestable. And among them, a lying tongue really stands out. This verse is a powerful reminder that Deceit and falsehoods are not aligned with the values that God holds dear. It also emphasizes the significance that truthfulness holds in our lives. So sometimes we might convince ourselves that we're being honest, when in reality, we're not really living up to that ideal. Perhaps it's a half-truth or what they call a white lie or a carefully crafted omission. Even I'm guilty of it. Mrs. Jenkins loves to go shopping at Home Goods. And when I come through the door with all the bags and Mr. Jenkins said, "Did you find some things?" I say, "Oh, just a couple." That's a carefully crafted omission. But even these subtle shades of dishonesty can be just as damaging to our relationships as these outright lies like "a wolf is killing my sheep." They erode the trust and the foundation that builds healthy relationships. So when we engage in even the slightest form of dishonesty, it has kind of a ripple effect on those around us. It can hurt others' feelings, it can sow seeds of doubt, or even lead to a full breakdown of communication. Our actions, even when they're well-intentioned, may seem, or as well-intentioned as they may seem, can inadvertently create a wall or a barrier between those we care about. So we need to make a conscious effort to embrace honesty in its absolute truest form. And when we do so, we're extending the hand of love and trust to others. So in honoring this commitment, we strengthen our bonds with our friends and our family, but we also bring joy to God because we know in His Word that's what He wants. He wants us to be honest. So as we leave here today, let's carry this message with us, that honesty isn't merely the absence of lies, but it's also a steadfast commitment to truthfulness in all of our interactions. May it guide our steps and illuminate our path towards deeper communications and a life lived in alignment with God's will.
Good morning. We are going to sing a cappella. I love hearing you sing a cappella. It just touches my heart. I'm going to give you a note. Oh, ready? Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, early in the morning, our song shall rise to thee. Holy, 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 merciful and mighty, God in 3 persons, blessed Trinity. Holy, holy, holy.
Mrs. Jenkins gave us a good reminder that it's not always just, if we just avoid what we think of the big sins, that we're fine. That all that we do, we are to follow after God's example, which is holiness. And part of that is truthfulness. So it's all that we say, all that we think, all we do needs to be truth. And we need to be honest with all of that. So our reminder for this week is be a truth teller. Good. The Lord be with you.